Hi everyone, this is part 2 of my top 10 Potter males. The first one will be in the cards and in the end screen if you want to go check that out. Also, I do have a companion video to this, which is the top 10 Potter females, and that's cool too, so check that out. So without further ado, let us get back into this countdown. Number 5! Number 5 is Sirius Black. I love Sirius Black. Okay, he is reckless, he's super suave. I feel like he's probably a real ladies' man. I don't know. Sirius is just great. From the moment that I heard about him, I was intrigued. Obviously, at the start, we were all like, he's a murderer. He killed Lily and James. We don't want anything to do with him. But as soon as I saw him in the Shrieking Shack, when I read that, and when I watched the film, because I did see the film before I read the books, sorry. But when I saw Gary Oldman as Sirius, and then when I read him, I just knew that I would just really like this character. He's very vibrant. Yes, he's very brash, very reckless. He wasn't the best person as a kid. He has his flaws, but he really cares for Harry. He is the first person that Harry sees as a father figure. He gives Harry something that he's never had before. He offered him a home. When I saw that part, I got really emotional for Harry. I was just like, Harry, you may finally have a home that's not at the Dursleys. Sadly, it didn't happen, but Sirius was the first to offer, and I really love him for that. He probably would have been more like a brother than a father figure, but hey, Harry didn't even have a brother, so that's still good enough for me. I love his reckless personality, I guess. He's a bit of a Han Solo. Number 4 is Neville Longbottom. Neville is beautiful. Neville is underrated. Neville is love. Neville is love. Okay, he's just wonderful. He's the underdog. He doesn't think much of himself. He doesn't think he deserves to be in Gryffindor. And yet, in the first year, he was brave enough to stand up to his friends. And like Dumbledore said, it takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends when you know that they're doing something that is wrong. Peer pressure is a big thing. For Neville at 11 years old to not give in to peer pressure like that, very good of him and very admirable, as we all end up bowing to peer pressure at times. You want to have your friends, you want to be loved by them and adored by them, but sometimes we do have to stand up to them because it's the right thing to do. Not to mention, Neville killed Nagini. He killed a Horcrux. Neville Longbottom, who didn't think much of himself, became a true hero. He has gone through so much in his life that is unimaginable and painful, and to know that his parents are alive, but they don't know who he is. They're pretty much vegetable state. He is so brave, so strong to live with that, and anyone in real life who lives with that sort of situation, you amaze me, I admire you, and keep being a Neville Longbottom. Number 3, Severus Snape. I know that Snape is very, very beloved amongst the Harry Potter fandom. Now, I do not like Severus Snape. I would just like to point that out. I don't like him. He is not a very nice man, but what he did was incredible. The bravery, the cunning, the nerve, the smarts, the creativity, the loyalty. You know, in a way, he embodies every single house. And that's incredible to me. I mean, he has the cunning of Slytherin and certainly the ambition of Slytherin. He has the nerve and the chivalry of Gryffindor. He has the patience of a Hufflepuff. I mean, to put up with Voldemort for that long and not go crazy, patience of a saint, I'm telling you. And of course, he definitely has the creativity and ingenuity and brains of a Ravenclaw. Like, dude, I do not like him. I do not like him at all, but as a character, he is amazing. Number 2 is Harry Potter. And it's not just because I really have had a crush on Daniel Radcliffe for the last, like, 17-ish years. I just admitted that. It's because Harry is a very special sort of character. He is literally feeling like an imposter at all times. He never gives himself credit, just like Neville. He never ever gives himself credit for anything that he's ever done. He has leadership qualities that he never knew about. He's very quiet, very understated, but he has a very quiet charisma that I adore. He gets angry, and when he gets angry, it seems realistic, it seems real. He's gone through so much, but he knows how to love. He knows even how to forgive. To forgive Dumbledore for leading him on for like 7 years of his life. I mean, yeah, Dumbledore was leading him on. He really was, and he led him to that like a lamb to the slaughter. He could have hated him. I would not have disagreed with him if he'd decided not to go on this mission, but he cared more about the well-being of everybody else than he cared about what wrongs Dumbledore may have done to him. So Harry is amazing like that. Another reason why I love Harry is that he pleaded with Tom Riddle, Voldemort, to try for some remorse. In his last moments, Harry just wanted Tom to redeem himself, to see the error of his ways. That's powerful. And the only reason Harry is not my number 1 is just because I do connect with one other character a little bit more than Harry. Number 1! I don't even know what I'm doing. Number 1 is Ron Weasley. Now, Ron is just brilliant. I just love him. Ron Weasley is undervalued and underutilized in the film series. I'm gonna say it. Poor Rupert got shortchanged there. Ron is incredible. He's the youngest Weasley boy. He has a lot to compete with. It's obvious he's going to be insecure. And yes, for a lot of the books, his insecurities plagued him. But when it came down to it, he was always there for his friends, no matter what. He was fiercely loyal. Sometimes he would even, defend Hermione, who, annoyed him. But when it came down to it, she's one of his best friends, and that's that. He is loyal to the end. He's charismatic. He's the only reason that Harry and Hermione stick together, because honestly, both of them are intense in their own ways, and both of them are pretty impulsive in their own ways. Ron evens them out. Ron is the heart of the trio. Without Ron, there'd be no trio. Ron is very important glue that holds the trio together, and the films do not do that justice. I could go on about that. I could rant about the film's portrayal of Ron, but I will not. All I will say is that Ron is amazing. Ron Weasley love. Weasley is our king. Go Runel Weasley. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me your comments on what you thought of my top 10. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Harry Potter videos if you want them. I've got them. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.